Hi everyone, I'm here to show you how to create a title with the offset feature on Cricut Design Space. I have my Design Space opened up here. We are going to first of all go to images. We are going to go ahead and select an image from Design Space. And I think we should do a spring one. So I'll search for spring. Oops, I misspelled it. Spring, only one S. All right, and then we'll search. And you'll see that there's a lot of options here to choose from. And I think we will choose, let's see, this one here. And then I also want an iris. I want to look for an iris to put on my title for spring. And here is one of them. So I'll go ahead and select that one and we'll add it to Canvas. Here we go. Now you'll see that both of these are connected. If I go up and down, move, both of them move around. But in order to separate those so we can start working on our title, you can just click anywhere on the mat and it'll separate the images. So here, I like my actual title, my wording, to stand out. So I'll go ahead and give it an offset first. I'll give it a shadow. And then we'll work with this one in a little bit. So I'll go ahead and look at the feature up here at the top. There's an offset. We'll click on that one. And this one is the one that's going to give us that shadow on our title. But it's default to 0.25 inches. I personally don't like this much of an offset or a shadow because I want more detail in my letters. So we're going to go down here. I can change the size here, or I can just grab this little circle here and just go down and it'll change it. If you can see that it's changing, and you can stop whenever you feel that you like the shadow or the bubble to be. I think this is nice here. But if you can see, this here is not going to connect to the whole shadow, but that we'll fix that in the other layer. We'll go ahead and apply. Make sure you apply, otherwise you won't apply that shadow behind it. So apply that. I like that size there. And I am going to change it to white. And the color of spring, I want to change it to a different color as well. So we're going to click on the word either here on the mat or on the layers panel. This is the layers panel. So we'll go to color and we will change it. Let's see, I like orange, so we'll change it to orange. All right, so I like that. So now how to add the other image? Well, we will go ahead and let's see. Do I like it? This. I like it right here. But it's too long. So I am going to work with this for a little bit. And I see that the leaf and the stem are two separate images. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, from the layers panel, I am going to go ahead and grab the stem and Control on my keyboard and grab the leaf. And with that, I am going to go ahead and weld these two together because they're the same color. I'm going to go ahead and cut them the same color, and I'm also going to chalk ink it so I can work with that. And it welds these two pieces together, see? So now I only cut one piece instead of two. So did you see it come forward in front of the iris here? So we're gonna go ahead and send it to the back. And the way we do that is we go to the edit menu up here, and we go to the arrange, and we're gonna send it to the back. That way I have the iris in the front. So now we have that there. And the iris, the bud, the flower, and the bud move. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to grab all the flower and group it. So when I have to move it, everything moves together, not separately. So I'm still thinking that the iris, the stem is too long. So what I'm going to do is I am going to slice a little bit off of the stem. What I'm going to do is over here in the on the left side, I'm going to go to shapes, and I am going to just grab any shape is good. I'm going to grab a square in this case, and I am going to I think I like it that stem that big, so I'm going to cut it right there. I'll place it right there. I'm gonna grab the square, click on the square, and click on the stem. You're gonna use your control key on your keyboard. And then you can see that at the bottom of your layers, there's slice, weld, attach, and flattens. In this case, we are going to slice because I want to cut some of that stem off. So I'm going to click on the slice, and the only thing that was sliced was just the stem, and that's because I grabbed the layers from this side. So now I'm going to grab all of them together so I don't have to delete one at a time. I'm just going to exit, and they're all gone. And now, whoops, see, since it was ungrouped, again, it ungrouped itself. I am going to place it back. The stem is in the front. I'm going to go back to arrange, and I'm going to send it to the back here. And I am just going to align it where it should be. And I am going to click on the whole thing and group again. I am going to set it sideways. And now, here, I'm thinking that I want some of the eye to show. Oh, see. But I don't like it in the front. So I am going to send my stem, grabbing the stem on the layers panel. I am going to arrange it and send it this forward. And you know why? Because everything is grouped and it won't do it for me. So I'm going to ungroup, but grab it, the whole thing. And I'm going to click on the stem in the layers menu there, arrange, move to the back. And I like that. So over in my layers menu up here, I'm going to click on all my flower. But before I do that, I have something to show you here. See my iris here? I can see the orange part. I want all that to be yellow. So I am going to grab it from the layers panel there and go to contour. So I want all of it to be yellow. I don't want this cut out. So I am going to hide this image. And now it's going to turn into a complete, a whole piece there. See? So now I can see more of the yellow. So I like that. So now we're going to go ahead and take our cursor and select all the title. And this is where I am going to include my flower and my wording. Give it a shadow so I can add all of it together here. Let's see, I'll show you offset again, and it remembers what size you chose. So it's 0.097, and here I am going to apply. And now you can see that the flower is also, it's bringing all of it is together. I am going to change the color from black to green. And you can always change your colors when you go to cut it also, but it just makes it nice and easy to see how your title will look on your mat. Okay, and I'm happy with that. So now we're gonna go ahead, and I like to group it that way in case I, by mistake, grab one of these and then I move it, and I just like to have it all together so I can move the title together wherever I move it, like here. So I'm going to go to here on the right hand side in your layers menu, and I'm going to group, and there it is. So now we go to make it. And here you'll see that we have all these mats, because every mat is for every individual color. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try to use only one mat. I'm going to transfer all these images to one mat, remembering that I have to set different colors on my mat when I actually go to cut it. So the way we're going to do this is the white mat, we're going to be working off the white mat. So I'm going to transfer everything over to mat number 1. So let's go ahead and grab this image here from the orange mat. I like to lower my wording or my image below the white, knowing that I am going to take this spacing from the white mat, because if you don't, I'm gonna put it back here. If you don't, when you move your object to the white mat, it just overlaps. See? So, and then you have to go and grab it. So if I know that there's spacing available and how much or where, what inch line it sits on or where I can put it, I'll go ahead and do that. So this is the orange. And remember what color it is, because you'll have to place the piece of paper or cardstock, I'm sorry. You'll place the cardstock color on one mat. So here it is, and I end up in about 7 1/4. So I'm going to go back here to mat number 3. This is the instead of the iris. So I'm going to, I know there's enough space over here. I moved it over to the right hand side. I'll go ahead and move object, and I'm going to select the white mat again. And I'm going to do this for every single mat color. And if you can see, it's there. So now I'm going to go to the green mat, and I'm just going to place it right below where the other one ended up in, knowing that there's enough space between them so I can place the green color cardstock on my mat when I go to cut it. Move object, and we'll select the white mat again, and you'll see that my stem is here on 3. So now we have mat number 5, which is the green mat, and this is the shadow that completes your title. So this is the 3rd layer. So if we go to mat number 1, you can see that we have plenty of space here. So starting at myself, I'm going to try to start it or place it on number 8 when I go to the green mat here. Okay. That way I know there's enough space to place my scrap. I'm going to go to the 3 dots, move object, select the white mat, confirm, and there it is. And I am placing my correct color of scrap on my mat as I am doing this. So here's your the actual purple iris. So I'm going to move it down here because I know there's enough space. I'm going to move this one as well so I can keep them together. But first I'm going to grab the actual iris and 3 dots, move, select the white mat, and there it is. So I still have the bud on the purple mat. I'm going to go to the 3 dots, move object, select the white mat, and there it is. So, and it seems to be it. That's it. We moved everything onto one mat. See how well it fits? So now you only have 1 cut. So now we're ready to send it to our Cricut. We will continue. Make sure that we didn't miss any of them. No. We will continue and it'll connect to our Cricut. And there it is. We only have 1 mat to cut.